Fantastic Mr. Fox by Roald Dahl, adapted by Bailey P. Once upon a time, there were 3 farmers, Bugs Bunty Bean, one fat, one short, and one lean. The farmers were nasty and mean. Down in the valley, there were 6 foxes, 4 children, and 2 adults. Mr. Fox was the dad, and Mrs. Fox was the mom. They are all a family. Then Mr. Fox said, "Well, my darling, where shall we eat tonight?" Mrs. Fox wanted 3 plump chickens. Then Mr. Fox snuck out to get 3 plump chickens. The farmers were digging with their shovels, but that didn't work. So they used the big, green, noisy tractors, and it worked a lot better. The foxes dug as fast as they could. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Ah! Bye, Foxy. Mr. Fox and his family were digging and digging and digging until the farmers catched up. "Oh no," said Mr. Fox. "We have to dig faster." The farmers were catching up to Mr. Fox and his family. "Keep digging," he said. "Quick, keep digging." After the farmers quit, they set up their tents for the night. In the hole, the foxes were starving and moaning. Then Mr. Fox had an idea. "We can steal from the farmers," said Mr. Fox. "Yes, we can. Mr. Fox, you're a genius. We must get the food tomorrow," said Mr. Fox. "We have to steal from the farmers. We are all starving." In the morning, Mr. Fox and his family were ready to steal from the farmers. Mr. Fox and everyone else went to Bogus's chicken house. "We'll get this, ooh, and this and that." "Perfect," said Mr. Fox. "Here, this is our house." "Okay, Daddy." "Yes, we found the chicken and geese." Mrs. Fox must be dying of hunger. The foxes dug to Bean's house, Bunce's house, and Bogus's house, and got as much food as they can. Hurry! Mr. Fox and Badger and the little fox had jumped onto the shelf. They crushed a jar of cider. They were looking around. Mr. Fox saw a woman going down the big cellar. The big footsteps had stopped, and the woman had looked left to right. She had been heading to the jar where Mr. Fox and Badger were, but she grabbed a different jar. The woman was really, really close to the cider jar where Mr. Fox and Badger and the smallest fox was. Mr. Fox and the woman were so close that Mr. Fox could hear her footsteps. It was loud. Bang, bang, bang! When Mr. Fox looked between the crack of cider, he saw the woman holding a rolling pin. Then Mrs. Bean was thinking, how many cider jars does Mr. Bean need? Then she got 5 cider jars for Mr. Bean. Mr. Fox asked one of his kids to bring the chicken to Mrs. Fox. "Mrs. Fox, we got chicken, we're saved," said the small fox. "Oh no, I'm just dreaming, right?" "No, you're not dreaming," said the small fox. "Wait, so we're saved?" asked Mrs. Fox. "Yes, it was a huge miracle for Mrs. Fox." Mr. Fox and the smallest fox and Badger went back in the tunnel. Then they paused. Then Mr. Fox put the brick back so no one would notice. While he was putting the brick back, he was singing la 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 la. After he was done, he was heading home to go see Mrs. Fox. Outside the hole where Bugs Bunty Bean were sitting by the tents and waiting for them, the 3 farmers were waiting with their guns loaded. They were in the rain getting wet. They got soaked. Where are those foxes?
Yeah.
And